Well, this is the fun part of the show this morning. We get to talk about and get up close with the 2020 Jeep Wrangler. Dennis Freeman from Elmwood Auto Group in East Providence. We have two of them to look at this morning. They look similar, but they're really quite different.
They are very different, John. So here we have, like you mentioned, the 2020 Jeep Wrangler. One is a factory Willys package, which is based off the Sport platform. And here we have another Sport package that we kind of built up and took the Jeep and put it on steroids. So we gave it some big, aggressive off-road tires, which you can still get from the factory. We also beefed up the suspension a little bit. We put Fox Shocks race suspension on here, which, you know, anybody who's into off-roading is familiar with Fox. But at the same time, John, we talk about the off-road capabilities, and let me mention that all Jeep Wranglers are trail rated. Okay, 5 different categories for off-road classification: water fording, articulation, ground clearance, traction. And so they come straight out of the box, off-road ready, but on-road, they deliver a nice ride. The Jeep Wrangler is the #1 most accessorized vehicle on the market. People love building them up with tires, lift kits, even, you know, rain guards, different suspension. But again, Jeep years ago caught on to the fact that Wrangler owners love to do that stuff. So they offer so many options from the factory that you have to do even a little less accessorizing once you get the vehicle. So John, here's where the fun begins. And you had mentioned that you know, no two Wranglers are alike, but really no other vehicle on the planet is like a Wrangler. There's no other vehicle that the doors come off, the tops come off. You essentially have a convertible for the summertime and four-wheel drive for the wintertime, and there's no other vehicle that offers that. Several vehicles over the years have tried to copy and mimic the Wrangler, all have failed.
Right.
So again, this is the Freedom soft top, okay? And it's a 4-ply soft top. A lot of my customers ask me, does it lose any heat in the wintertime? Does it lose any air conditioning in the summertime? Is it thick? Is it noisy? The answer to all of those are no. No more zippers. It's all tongue and groove, slides out, slips out, very easy. The doors still come off, they're removable. Little check strap on the inside, couple little bolts, grab on the inside, this door lifts right off. So what's nice about this is if you had little ones in the back, you could leave the doors, the rear doors on, just flip the front back. Same thing with the hard top, which we'll get to in a minute, but here it is, the full open air Wrangler experience.
And you mentioned kids, and no problem with putting car seats in.
No problem at all. The rear seats are very roomy. The rear cargo area is very roomy. Strollers, coolers, whatever you would need to put back. I mean, this is a mid to full-size SUV, but it's definitely the funnest SUV you could own. You talked about children. The Wrangler still achieves a 5-star crash test safety rating. There's airbags throughout, including side airbags. Gas mileage, halfway decent in the low 20s. So again, you get the best of all worlds with the Jeep Wrangler.
But it's all about fun.
That's what the Wrangler's all about, fun in the sun.
Yeah, but yet, I still see people using them as a commuter vehicle.
You do. Again, I have the age group on the Wranglers is another thing that's amazing. You know, from teenagers getting their first vehicle up to, you know, I have 70 and 80-year-old customers, and another unique thing, pretty cool, is they get out of luxury vehicles, high-end luxury vehicles, and into a Wrangler, and it's really great to see that.
And some people, the novelty's going to wear off. It never does.
It never does. Once you're a Jeep Wrangler owner, you're a Wrangler for life. You get sucked in, and that's it.
Let's take a look at the other one.
Let's do that.
So this is the Unlimited Sport, Dennis. This has the hard top. Tell us about that.
So the hard top comes off just as easy, if not easier, than the soft top. And this is a 3-piece hard top. You can remove the 2 front pieces as your traditional T-tops. But again, 3 L brackets on each side. Pull the clamp down, and this hard top comes right off. No, nothing to it, nice and light. Feel that. And there's a lot of room in the cargo area of the Jeep Wrangler. So open the tailgate, flip open the glass, and voila. Plenty of room for, you know, camping supplies, coolers, strollers, whatever you need to put back there. The rear seat is a 60/40 split folding seat. You can fold down one side or both. And then underneath, we have some storage.
Look at that.
And we also have your door hinge holders and your rooftop holders. When you start taking everything off, doors, tops, even the bolts to fold down the windshield, you don't want to lose those.
So why should people come to Elmwood to shop for Jeep?
We're the Jeep experts, Sean. Simply put. Now, all of our salesmen are trained. We go to off-site campuses, ride and drives. We have to, study, take tests, certification. A lot of our name tags aren't just name tags. They tell how long we've been with Jeep, how long we've been certified. And let's face it, there's a Wrangler for everybody, but there's so many models and so many levels of Wranglers that it really helps to have an expert on the other side of the desk, helping you not to sell you a car, but help you buy a car.
Yeah.
And again, we'll sit down, we'll ask wants, needs, dive a little bit into your personal life. What are you going to be using the vehicle for? What are your hot buttons?
Yep.
And that's what makes Elmwood the best choice, because again, we are the Jeep experts.
And you have a great selection.
We do. Actually, the best selection in the area. I have right now over 75 Jeep Wranglers, and with the Wrangler season coming, even though all seasons are Wrangler seasons, we're stocked up, we're loaded up, we're ready to deal. We have great deals on leases, great deals on buys, and I'd like to invite anybody who may be interested in a newer used Wrangler to come down to Elmwood Auto Group and get a great deal.